In this video, we're going to take a look at the first model in activity 1.2.5 called Sketches, Extrusions, and Revolutions. Oh my. We're going to go ahead and get started by creating a new folder with the activity name. And inside of that folder, we're going to go ahead and create a new Onshape document. And we'll just call this connector. It seems like a little kind of connector piece that we can kind of give it. Before we get started in our modeling, I'm going to go up here by the connector file name and select document properties by clicking on the three lines. And on the, we want to change to workspace units because the drawing they give us is entirely in millimeters. So instead of inches, we're going to change to millimeters and select the green check mark. To get started, I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch on the top plane. I'm going to hide the other work planes, and we're going to turn this sketch normal by pressing the N key on the keyboard. I'm going to select a center diameter circle or a center point circle. Choose the origin as the center, and the diameter of our circle is going to be 40 millimeters as we kind of work with it. I'm going to go ahead and select the green check mark, place into an isometric view. We're going to go ahead and extrude this shape 30 millimeters. So 25 is the default, 30 will be the height, and I'll click the green check mark here. We're going to go ahead and select a sketch to be placed on the top of this cylinder. Press the N key to turn this normal. I'm going to choose the center point rectangle. Select the origin as the center. And this is going to be a 10 millimeter by 10 millimeter protrusion that's going to stick up off of here. Select the green check mark, place in the isometric view, and we're going to extrude that a distance of 15 millimeters and select the green check mark. Last two features that we have to add are going to be, number one, we're going to take a look at the fillet command. So it's by selecting fillet, it says select entities to fillet. So I'm going to go ahead and actually select these four edges, and we might have to rotate around to grab the other two here. And you're going to notice it's going to build up and add material to what we have going on. So by default, we are going to add, it's going to add a radius of 5 millimeters, which actually ends up being the measurement we need it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that by selecting the green check mark. The last thing we're going to end up having is we're going to chamfer. So we're going to go ahead and select the bottom edge, and we're going to end up creating, instead of an equal distance, we're going to choose distance and angle from our chamfer type. It's going to be a 5 millimeter measurement and with a distance of 30 degrees. Now, looking at our drawing and looking at what we have going on, it is applying a 5 millimeter on the vertical and having 30 degrees being based off the horizontal. So what we're actually wanting to do is we actually want to go in the opposite direction, where it looks more like this, where it's 5 millimeters horizontal and then being built off of the 30 degrees off of the opposite side of that horizontal. So just wanted to go ahead and show that and select the green check mark, and this will then finish out. I can always hide the origin, and I'm going to leave the existing appearance as it is, but this will finish out this connector component for the activity.